Oh, good morning, and it's Monday morning. Just finished work, and so I'm going to do a few bits and pieces up in the man cave. Not for long today. And what I have been working on recently are 6 Woodland Indians by Galloping Major. Now, I've just started the flesh tones. I think these two here, these have here the second highlight, or first highlight, sorry. And so hopefully I'll finish those off today. Nice sculpts by Galloping Major. Again, still taking it pretty easy, hobby-wise at the moment, and a lot of things going on at the moment. At home, we're trying to get the back garden landscape so I can put the man shed, which has been ordered, into the back garden right at the back. And it's all retaining walls and all this, that and the other going on, and there's a problem with next door's tree, all this sort of thing. So once it's done, it will be done, and I'll have what I've always wanted. It's taken some time. I can see that the cabin itself will take 3 months to make from scratch. Sorry, we order it and then it's 3 months to make it up before it's delivered. Now I think it's 3 days to put it up, then the landscapes come back and fit everything around it. It's quite a job. So what I'll do, I might post up a before and after picture, and hopefully the after picture will be better than the first picture. Right, so that aside, all that, as I say, that's taken up quite a lot of my time. But I have been reading quite a lot, and what I've been reading recently, we're all waiting for Muskets and Tomahawks, so a lot of us waiting for the second edition to come out. Hopefully that'll be soon. And so I've been reading this again, Savage Wilderness by Harold Coyle. If you ignore the front cover, the dust jackets, it's all about the French Indian Wars, and great read. I read it some years ago, and I thought, no, I'll get that again, and I picked up this hardback copy from eBay for about £4, I think it was. Cracking read, and it'll be inspiration for painting up all those figures that I'm sure I'll be buying at Salute if it's on. Now, also, what I've been doing is been watching Terry Crick's videos, and he's very good when it comes to the old nostalgia. I think we're roughly the same age, me and him, and a few of us are, and it just got me thinking. So I've been ordering, I think of my books which I've had before. Now you see, my mum and dad used to go to the library every Saturday morning without fail, week in, week out, when I was at home, and they'd bring me back books, and they brought me back all sorts of non-fiction books. And then one day, the old Donald Featherstone books, Mum said, and says she used to bring back for me, and that's how it all started. What's this one? That one? I haven't read these for 40 years. And there's one next to the bed downstairs, which is Battles with Model Soldiers. I should have brought that up, really. I got that last week, but these are only, I can't think anything more than £4 each, not even that. So if you come across a copy, it doesn't matter what age you are, it's where I started. A lot of other people have, of a certain generation, but no, I love them, and I'm glad I've got them. A lot of Airfix figures, and rightly so. Which brings me back round to British Legion Nick, great bloke, and a veteran of the community, and he posted a video yesterday about tabletop tales, and he wants us to come up with a tabletop tale, board games and figure wargaming, that sticks in our memory. And so I've been thinking about it. A lot of my games all sort of, when I think back, blend into just the whole gaming side of the hobby. I can't really, not many really stand out, although I enjoy every one. They seem to follow a formula mostly. I think, I've been thinking about it today, and one of the games I'll always remember is the first time I went to Peter Gilder's up in Yorkshire, and I was painting and collecting before that plastic 20 mils, soft plastic, Napoleonics and ACW as you do, and arrived there at the War Games Holiday Centre on the Friday night, and on the Saturday morning walking into the hall where the tables were, and it was a Napoleonic we were playing, and I was taken aback because what I'd seen in the books and magazines of his terrain and troops I was now sitting in front of. And the first game we played, I was out there for a week, and the first game we played was a 2 or 3 day Napoleonic, and I was Prussian at the end of the, I think there must be about 8 of us there. I hadn't played the Peter Gilder rules before, even though I had them, I hadn't played them. And I was against a Scottish guy, I played against a Scottish guy, loved to speak to him again, what a great bloke he was. Dave Pugh, something like that was his name. If he's watching, please get in contact. And we're talking 1983. And he hadn't played the rules either, so we were fairly matched. And I could not help but look down across the battlefield all the time. I don't know how long it was, 24 foot was it, by 6, and there's 2 tables with a gap in between. And it was that had a huge effect on the way I view the hobby. And I remember at one point there's a guy in the middle of the battlefield, and he hadn't played before, and he's playing British. I remember Peter Gilder saying, "What's happened?" And I looked down, and I think the British Guard, or I remember the British Guard were retreating without firing a shot, and how this bloke got into a situation where that came about. I think even Mr. Gilder was surprised. That stands out, and the whole week was just brilliant. Played the Sudan, played the American Civil War, but that first Napoleonic game, and I came back from there and rearranged all my plastics into 36-man battalions, and away we went. Brilliant. More recently, we played when I say more recently, probably about 15 years ago now, we played a big D-Day style seaboard invasion of France in 20 mil rapid fire rules at my club, and I was defending as Germans. In front of me was a huge armada coming towards the beach, or on the beach at the time, and I remember I was desperate because a lot of my stuff had been knocked out, and I fired a mortar into this crowd of British landing on the beach, and they missed everything apart from one little tiny jeep, and I just thought, oh. And when I hit it and destroyed it, the guy I was playing against went almost ashen, because I didn't realise that in that jeep he had his forward observers, his air liaison officer, and his naval gunfire observer. So don't put all your eggs in one basket. That stands out. Board games, I enjoyed Squad Leader, the first box, and Cross of Iron expansion very much. Had some great fights in the Stalingrad scenarios. I can't remember any particular one, but no, thoroughly enjoyable, and I'd like to play those again. Right, that's it. So I'll leave a link to Nick's channel. He's a great bloke, and if you haven't subscribed, do subscribe, because I think he's approaching 1,000 subs, and thoroughly deserved. And spread the word, and tell us your tabletop tales, board games and figure gaming. It can be anything. Thanks for watching.